What's up, y'all? It is Dre. It is Monday. It is October 26th. And right now, when I'm doing this video, it's 2:53. And the market is down. It's down big. This is like a scary weekend in October. It's like the Black Monday kind of weekend. Basically, it's the Monday. October is already scary with stocks, right? But this is the Monday where you're really scared. And I guess, hey, we should be scared. The market is down 752 points, S&P 74, NASDAQ 230. It's always weird saying a triple digit number with NASDAQ, especially on the downside. Russell was a champ. It was a champ, and now it's down 2.33% in the VIX. Okay, the VIX is up. We're going to talk about that first. All right, but why is the market down? All right, so basically, if you turn on the news or the radio, they're going to say, oh, it's coronavirus cases. All right, it's the coronavirus. No, it's not the coronavirus cases spiking, even though we are at the highest numbers since it came out. We have it right here. It's 68,768 new cases in a day. I mean, that is crazy, but I don't think that's why the market's down, because we knew this. We knew the cases were spiking. This is no news, all right? This is no news. It's bad. It's serious, but we knew we was going to break records, and now it's 68,000. I don't think the market's all of a sudden, oh my God, coronavirus is spiking at 68,000. All right, so then what was? It was the stimulus vote, right? So was that news? If you sat here and watched me at Dre Trades, I was telling you there's gonna be no stimulus. The election is next Tuesday, and every day that we get closer to the election, like I've been saying, it's one day where the odds that we're gonna have a stimulus package is just not gonna happen. All right, so there's going to be no stimulus vote. Who am I? I'm Dre Trades, some small YouTuber. So I don't think if I knew that, I don't think the market's like surprised. Oh my gosh, there's no stimulus package. Let's go down 752 points. All right, so one of the reasons why it's down is SAP earnings. So they came out. It's a technology software company in Germany, right? So they came out and they warned that, hey, things are not that good. So they lowered their full year revenue guidance range by 2%. So this kind of reminds me of Fastly. Remember Fastly? They lowered it just by 2 million and the stock gets clobbered. Okay, so SAP, you may have problems. Later this week, we're going to find out if this is an individual company reason to go down, or, is it something that the whole world should be worried about. And it kind of reminds me of the crash of 1999, 2000, because everything was all hunky-dory, stocks were ripping, and it was Cisco. Now, Cisco back then, I believe it was the highest PE stock, and it was like, hey, man, things kind of not all that great. It was Cisco that started it. Me being hard-headed, not kind of taking market hints. I'm like, oh, man, it was just Cisco. No, that was it, man. They came out. It got crushed like this stock, and then stocks just started getting crushed. I mean, the dot-com bubble was officially over. All right, so I said we was going to start with the VIX, and I wanted to show you the VIX real quick, because we're just going to kind of just go over some of the other stocks that kind of been taking a tumble, and maybe some of the stocks that we need to worry about. So here is the VIX, and if you've been watching me, I've been warning about this VIX just kind of going up like this. Right. And now we're at 32. I mean, we're at 20% spike in the VIX today. Wow. Election in 8 days. Man, this is even an upside down head and shoulders form, and this could actually go gain some steam. I have no shorts on. I'm actually looking at this chart right now and thinking like, wow, I need to put some shorts on. But, every time I did that, I got burned. So I just kind of like sit on my hands and do nothing. But, I am long. I'm getting crushed today. I'm long Google. I'm long Facebook. And long GoPro. GoPro is down, but my options are not for some reason. I guess implied volatility. So anyway, there's the move, and this looks like it wants to go higher. I can't even sit here and say, oh yeah, it wants to flatten out. But we've been getting our warnings, and it's weird that how it was going up and the market was just kind of being flat to even kind of a little higher. It just wasn't showing what a 29 VIX should look like, so now it does. Now market is definitely showing you what a 32 VIX looks like, and you've seen that in in the averages. So here we go. That's S&P, and look at the spike. I just want to show you the spike here, right? Remember, I was like, oh man, I'm not in any of these stocks that do that. This is one of the reasons why I'm in Google and in Facebook, because they already had they pull back and boom, right back down. What goes up comes down, and that's S&P. So let's look at Netflix. Netflix basically, had a bad, well, they didn't like the quarter. I won't necessarily had a bad quarter, but this stock is kind of at the low end of the range. If I could draw a line right there, the low end, and it actually could break. It's down, not bad, down just 0.55% today. But here, remember Fastly? Look at how Fastly looks just like S&P. There's Fastly, there's S&P, kind of looks the same, right? Fastly, and it's down even another 3.8%, all because they said, hey man, we're going to be 2 million light. And now it looks like it almost wants to break that support. If this goes down, it goes down to 40. So 40, what is that? Maybe 45. So be careful. This is what it reminds me of. Hey, remember Intel? Look at that, man. Intel wasn't like it was one of those stocks that was just toppy, but it's a stock that's coming down hard, right? So it's just kind of a little theme that when you're not coming out, right, even a stock like Intel, who didn't just peak, Intel didn't have that Amazon moment and it got crushed after earnings. And, AMD was the beneficiary of all that. And that's actually a stock we're going to talk about in a minute that we wouldn't need to worry about. Here's another stock, DocuSign, is the same thing. Here, it doesn't look too bad because we don't have that full candle, kind of got an indecision kind of candle, but it came way up here, damn near the 300. Now it's 218, right? So it had that spike up. It came way back down, but now it's kind of in the mid range. So there's another stock that this reported great earnings, but I guess it just wasn't hot enough. So stocks that we need to be careful of, that reminds me of what's happening today with SAP, and that's a software company and they in the cloud, and so is Amazon. Remember, Amazon's biggest, revenue engine is that Amazon Web Services. So we're going to find out. We're going to find out if SAP has a problem or if it's just industry wide. So Amazon, I think, was up 30, 40 points today, and now it reversed it. It's hanging in there, man, down 16 points, 0.5%. That's not bad. That's not bad. So I want to be careful with this one because you see what happened to SAP. Kind of looks like that same chart, right? So if Amazon just disappoints, man, this thing will go down hundreds of points, and maybe this thing will lead the markets down. So I'm actually rooting for these stocks, even though I'm not in them, because they will start the correction bear market if they don't play through, in my opinion. So, hey, AMD is another stock. Look, it's hanging in there. AMD, the beneficiary of the Intel woes. It's down only 17 cents. I mean, but be careful. It's the same kind of chart. And if they come out like so, hey, they didn't warn. That's a good thing. But if they're going to get crushed. They're going to get crushed. Same with NVIDIA. We saw it this week. We saw it happen, right? Not like SAP, but it's been down, right? And so it's down today, 20 points. So just be careful. This could even come back into the range. You just never know. Like when the market's down, I was going to do a video over the weekend. I was going to talk about Google and Facebook, how they're just looking glorious, but not today, man. Maybe I'm glad I didn't do that video, but this is one of the reasons why I was afraid to actually put those trades on, which I eventually wound up putting them on, because the market, I just wasn't feeling the market. So here's another stock we need to worry about, Peloton, right? Peloton was just 140. I can't believe it's already 118, down 3.22% today. Here's the weekly. So this thing could come down to maybe 100. No, I'm going to say maybe 80. You never know. I know they're selling great. Hey, I'm a fan of Peloton. I got many videos on it, and I'm like, hey. But when the market gets crushed, if we, they all going to come down. People just going to be in like that sell everything mode. Now, this is a stock that's going to benefit from us, coronavirus cases spiking, maybe gyms closing, or just people afraid to go outside. You get this, you spend thousands of dollars to get this bike, and you run with the people on your screen, and but it could still come down. but I still like it. This is just because I'm like, hey, just be careful. It doesn't mean I don't like these stocks. I still like this. I got a big leap put spread on the 100. I bought the 100, sold the 200s. It expires like 2 years from now. I'm going to go ahead and keep that on. I think I break even like 118, something like right now. But I got 2 years to play this thing out. So I'm just going to hang on to those and see what happens. Tesla, look at that, man. It's down $7 today. Not bad. Not bad. You know, and straight up, I worry, can this thing go down to 150? I don't know. I don't think so. You know, it came out with its earnings and kind of got a hit, but it's hanging in there. But you never know. If everybody gets in that sell all mode, you know, it could get a beat down. I don't think we're going to experience nothing like in March, you know, but yeah, I don't know. Just never know. There's just a lot of uncertainty out there. That's all. The president's, you know, the election and what's going to happen with the cases. There's no stimulus. We don't know when the vaccine is coming. I mean, they just telling us stories about everything. Oh, it's a couple of weeks, right? Everybody's waiting. Yeah. Okay. A couple of weeks. Get that vaccine. Zoom. All right. So same thing. Look at that spike up. Here's SAP, right? SAP. Here's Zoom. Yeah. The same thing can happen to Zoom. I mean, they selling Zoom services, but they might not. I mean, it might have priced all that in already, and it just come out with, yeah, we did a lot, but you know, I don't know. So be careful here as well. This stock is actually up today, but I gotta say be careful because I'm telling you, I don't like these spikes going up. I just don't like them. So just be careful. Be careful how you play these things, man. You know, maybe all the money's running here today because of the spike. I don't know, but I like stocks that kind of look. See how it looked in the beginning? That was cool. This was cool right here. And then for some reason, right around 250, it just shot up and went all the way up to 500. Crazy in a couple of months. So here's a year. So, and then here's 2 months. You know, so just be careful with that. IBM, not a stock that, as you see, it's not a straight up stock. But basically, why I got this one up, because they've been taking this out to the woodshed for years, really. But just recently, you know, taking it down. It was up there, 128, looked like it wanted to kind of break out, come up, right, holding it, and then no, it went the other way. So that's basically why I'm showing this one, how it looked like it was going to break out of here and went hard the other way. Remember, I always said what you think is going to happen, what's supposed to happen when it doesn't happen, generally reverses the other direction hard. And to me, this thing looked like a breakout. I had this in my long stock portfolio, mainly for that dividend. Look, 5.62, juicy dividend. And I might be interested in even getting more if this thing comes down to this 100 level, but that's where it looks like it's going, man. Look at the volume coming up. It just looks like, hey, I'm going down. Let's pull up the daily. Look at that. Right? And they smoke this. They smoking this stock, man. It's crazy. Payout ratio on that dividend is 63%. You know, as far as all that's concerned, it's all good, but this thing's been going down since 2013. They totally changing their business to get more into the cloud, trying to get rid of those legacy businesses. I think the plan is going to work. No, I'm trying to defend my stock here. I think the plan is going to work, but it ain't working now. You know, so, but maybe this is a time to scoop in shares. Just kind of keep accumulating. And then, you know, when they turn this thing around, you're going to be happy you was getting in at 111, right? Oh, man. So here is the heat map, which I really should have showed in the beginning of the video. Let me go ahead and refresh this screen. And when I put this on, I gotta put my sunglasses on. I can't see. All I see is bright red, man. Apple, Amazon is hanging in there like champs. They're down, but they are hanging at even Netflix, how I talked about, just be careful. And they had their earnings day already, so maybe that's one of the safest ones to be in. But you can see Abbott Labs is up. Becton is up. Danaher Corporation is up nicely. You know, so some utilities, Con Edison, AEP, Duke Energy, Crown Castle, right? So REIT, that's up nicely. I got some of that in my long-term portfolio. So just a small little handful. Here, look at Kroger. Kroger doing okay. So just a small handful, but what to take from the screen is the sell-off is taking everybody with it. I mean, not everything is just not red. Everything is bright red. Okay, this is sunglasses moment right here. Yeah, I mean, most of us are in most of these stocks, you know. So, and we're catching a beat down. Most of us is probably not in the Abbott Lab, the Danaher, the Becton Dickinson. You know, most of us is probably not in that. You know what I mean? So I got the Duke though. I got Duke going on. Dominion. Yeah. So the utilities. That's what's going on. So there's the video. And we go ahead and end it with the VIX. By the way, let me just jump in here. Two things. Like this video is the first thing. The second thing, I was supposed to go live Friday. I'm sorry I didn't get on Friday and Saturday. I was going to do a video, man. I had just been working really hard and I was just too tired to make a video. But the video I was going to make was talking about the FANG. I was going to talk about FANG, and I'll go ahead and do it real quick at the end of this video, even though today is taking some of that juice out of the video. And you can pull up the daily. You can see how Google is just consolidating. It was breaking out. I'm like, wow. Okay, that looks nice. I think it's going to challenge the high. And then look what the market did. The market did today. Facebook was looking actually the same way until today. So take away that candle and you have a nice maybe looking chart. If I can kind of do something like this, right? Looks like it's going to break out. Look, it hits the top of the trend line and boom, right back down. So we need to obviously maybe get above that trend line. We will or we won't in a couple of days because there's earnings right there. Now, the two stocks, that's Facebook and Google, but Apple, which looks totally opposite than those other two stocks, right? See how they're coming down. There's already in a downtrend. And there's Apple, which is a stock that I worry about as well, and Amazon, right? Amazon, the same thing, man. It's funny how it's catching a little bit today, even though it's down, but maybe it's because it's been going down already. This thing is down 10% in the last 11 days, right? So, yeah, it's kind of taking a hit, but doing it, for the most part, these stocks, they rise at earnings, right? You can almost, it's almost a sure thing, get in them couple weeks before earnings and you're going to get some upside. But not Amazon. It's down 10% going into earnings, and Apple is something similar. I'm going to say down, what is that? About 10% as well. I'm sorry, 8% in 13 days going into earnings, right? So if you look at the other two, let's look at Facebook, right? Facebook is up 17% in the last 30 days going into earnings. That's what I like. I like that strength into earnings. And it's not strength where straight up strength where you're like, oh man, the move's over, I got to get out. It's reasonable. It's reasonable. A nice small little angle. You had your volatility. It wasn't like straight up. You have your up, down, up, down, up, down. And maybe if it blows out here, we saw what happened to Snap. And let me show you what Snap. I'm going to compare it to Snap real quick. And Snap, right? Blowout earnings. And the thing went from where it was as high as 54%. Not saying that's going to happen to Facebook. But as you can see from here to here, it was up 41% in the last 2 months, right? So you can see that rise into earnings and then boom, it blows out. It's kind of stock is telling you basically what the earnings is going to look like. Okay, you're feeling the confidence going into that earnings report, which is what we're not seeing in Apple and we're not seeing it in Amazon. All right, so that's the video I was going to talk about. And I'm in the Facebook. Not saying that these things can't have that down move, but they just look better going into earnings. And of course, the Google, right? And they being hit hard today. Very concerned, just a little disappointed, man. It took away, look, it broke out the box and came right back in. I mean, these things, like I said, it's suspected. Is this the fake out? Can it just, drop? And it'll drop hard. Remember, I just got done saying it was supposed to happen. If it doesn't, it usually goes hard the other way. So I'm worried now. because this is a hard, because you got Amazon, it's hanging in there, right? It's, I don't think that the stock should be down 3.66%, and you got the NASDAQ just down 2.17%. Looking at the Qs, you can see that it's like even bear flaggish, breaking that support line, just wanting to break down, just go lower. So maybe this is it, man. Maybe, or maybe this is just the last leg of volatility, going, volatility usually means down. Okay. I know all summer volatility meant go up. Volatility meant new highs, but maybe now volatility finally means volatility, which is generally down. So, I don't know. Okay. All I do know is I think the market is down from the SAP warning and not the coronavirus cases. We knew about that. Not the stimulus vote. We knew there was going to be no vote. And not the election, because we know, Biden has got the blue wave, right? That's the odds is good. So, and it knew all that, but look at the Qs, right? So, I don't know. I don't know what we're going through. Let me look at EEM real quick, because this is a ETF that was just showing great relative strength. Still looks not only down 1.57 today, so not bad. And I wanted to see IWM. So, and here's IWM. It's down 2.66%. Look at it. It just kind of broke out, right? Just broke out, and now with the breakdown. Just the breakdown, just breaking down. So let's see what happens. Is this going to be a fake out candle and we go higher, or what, man? Look at that. Look at that candle right there going into resistance, and then boom, there it is, the drop, right? The gap down, and just gap and go down. So very disappointing with that. So that's what makes me want to just say, you know what? I got to get some put action going on, and I just don't want these things to explode in my face. We got VIX at 32. It's already high. I should have had these puts already, and I did. I just was getting it blown up in my face, man. I buy the puts, and the next day the market's up 300 points. It's crazy. And the VIX is still up. So I'm like, you know what? I just can't get the puts no more. I just gotta, I shouldn't have had no trades on, like I said. And I had that on for the longest, but look what's been happening the last couple of just weeks of just craziness, man. Craziness. All right, so I'm Dre. I hope you like this video. Please, and like it. Physically like it. Hit the like button, and let me know what you think is going on. Let me know what you think, why the market is going down. And I hope you're making money. But a lot of this stuff, I predicted it right here on the channel. I predicted it. And it's here. It's here. I gotta be honest though, I knew it was gonna happen, but I don't know, I just didn't think it was gonna happen this week. So let's see if today, do we get over our hangover, or is it just a money thing? Do we have a turnaround Tuesday in the works? We'll see, and let me just kind of pull up the market real quick. I'm gonna look at the actual minute chart, see what's going on here. Get out of here. Look at the 5 minutes. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of a bounce. Look at that V bounce, and let's see what happens here. I think that we are. Let's see. Look at the advanced decline line there. Oh, okay. Nice little. Oh no, it's still down. Yeah, I think this bounce should be actually shorted. This right here. I think we're gonna wind up closing on its lows. So maybe if you're looking to buy puts, maybe this is it. I think this is fake. We're still down hard on that advanced decliner. All right, so thanks for watching, man. I'm Dre. Put your comments below. I'll talk to y'all later. Dre's out. Peace.